Welcome to the Privileged Truth Podcast, where we give the unfiltered truth behind having pretty privilege. I'm your girl, Tanae J.
And it's your girl, Destiny Land.
And we're back with another episode.
Yes. Episode 3. Before we get into the topics, y'all, I had made this game. It's called Red Flag, Deal Breaker, or No Biggie. So in this box, I have a lot of different scenarios. Let's see what we're going to do. Red Flag, Deal Breaker, or No Biggie. We all know what red flags are. But
Yes.
if you don't,
Red flag is something that a person shows or does that's triggering.
a deal breaker is something like, it's like absolutely not. Like,
You're not going
we
for
stopped
it.
and talking today. Like, it's
Right.
done and it's over with.
Yeah.
And then we have No Biggie. That means like,
Something you'll let slide.
would you like to do the first
Sure.
one? And these are real juicy, y'all.
Okay.
They real juicy.
Destiny always got something juicy. Okay. This one says, the guy you have been dating tells you that he believes everything in a relationship should be 50-50. I'm kind of torn about this one.
You say-
It could be a red flag. For me, I feel like more so depending on the person, I'm okay with it being a no biggie if we're both working towards something, meaning we've established that in the beginning, you know, this is what I'm coming to the table with, this is what I'm coming to the table with. Financially, we're not both 100% there, but we I'm not doing this with you today.
I just hate the table talk. The table. That's something that I'm not like.
You know, I
that's a
feel
deal
like when
breaker.
we say
Somebody
coming to the
bring up
table, but you know, if we doing this thing together, like the whole relationship thing or whatever, and we've been in it for a while, I know what your head is, you know what mine is, and we have other goals that we're working towards that will benefit us both. Like, I'm okay with doing 50-50 in the sense of like, you gonna pay the rent, I pay the utility, cool, or you gonna pay the bills and I'll make sure it's groceries in the house, cleaning supplies, stuff like that, essential stuff that we'll need. That 50-50. Now, on the other hand, if we've gotten to the point where we're considering like marriage or whatever, you should 50-50. I feel like should not be a thing, because I feel like the man should be the provider. Like, as a husband, your job is to provide. Now, if we fall on hard times or you fall on hard times, I should be able to pick up the slack. But going in, no, I feel like you should be paying the bills.
So no biggie.
Since I'm not married, I'm gonna go with no biggie, just because I can weigh the options.
That's in a relationship or you dating a guy.
In a relationship.
Oh no, that's a deal breaker for me. Now, when you put it like how you just put it though, like, okay, you really pay for everything. Yeah, if I go to the market, like, why would I sit around knowing you working hard and you don't get a chance to go to the market? I'm not just going to sit around and just be like, whenever you get a chance, like, we going to be eating out every day until you.
Yeah.
I ain't going to do that, but.
Or even if my man just come to me and be like, look, you know, we in a relationship. And I feel like this too, because most times, like, you have some people who are in a relationship, but they have separate places. So it's like, you know, he still has his place, I still have my place. I'm not going to expect you to 100% front on my bills. Like, it makes no sense. We're not living together. Now,
in a relationship, though, that's what the thing is. In a relationship.
Yeah, but I feel like it's people who are in relationships who have, you know, separate places as well. Like, I feel like in a space that I'm in, I would rather do that. I would rather have a separate relationship. Like, I wouldn't want to live with my partner.
In a relationship.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in that sense, it's just, I feel like now it just takes, you have to consider a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of different scenarios. So I'm going to say no biggie, just based off of the scenarios of, like, ways that it can go. Make it juicy.
You're in a relationship. Things are going well, but he's adamant that he wants to wait until marriage for sex. No biggie. No biggie.
That's a no biggie for me, but no biggie, babe.
You well, okay, because I ain't never heard nothing like that before.
The women want to wait. The men don't really be wanting to wait. But that is a no biggie for me. I ain't pressing you about sex.
I'm not pressing you about sex either. We were just saying that as far as like things we rank in a relationship.
Yeah.
Sex is literally like at the bottom for me.
Yeah, at the bottom. It's not a top.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got to be doing it all the time, four times of the week. Like, baby, if you don't want to do it at all this month, I'm cool. Like, no pressure. No pressure.
No pressure at all.
None.
But do you believe in sex before marriage? Are you a stickler? Are you strict?
I feel like I could be stricter. Just with where I am and like trying to rebuild my relationship with like God and stuff like that. But I don't. Before, it was just like I'm not a stickler for like we gotta be married. Like it don't always make it in. I know me. Like I don't really be liking people. So if you do, you know, I know how I can be. Like I can tend to like drift away. Now, I'm also not a person who's big on sex either. So I don't be pressing the issue. Like I really don't care. Like honestly, I'm not an overly sexual person. So
me either. Like I could be with somebody who never want to. Like that's fine,
and I'm okay with
it. That's absolutely fine. I'm not gonna quit you.
At all.
Because you just not.
As long as we going on dates, we having a good time. You buying me stuff.
As long as the other stuff
and
checking.
Everything else check off, baby. We don't ever have to do it. One more okay. On for each of us. Oh, this is a good one. Your partner always wants to hang out with their friends and not you. This one is a red flag and a deal breaker for me. Let's start there. It's a red flag. Why is it that you always want to be with your friends? Like, what is it? What's really going on? I know what you gonna say. Are you a homosexual?
Something wrong with that picture.
But then it's a deal breaker because it's like I feel like men, and y'all know that y'all have partners, and you'll never see your homeboy out with his girl, but he always with y'all. Why don't y'all be saying nothing? Like they don't be like, yo, bro, like you ain't with your girl today, or if you and your other homeboy y'all out as a group and they got their girl, but this homeboy don't never bring me out. You ain't gonna say nothing, like, as a man or as this man's friend. Because I'm gonna say something to my homegirl. Like, I'm be like, girl, why you don't ever bring your man? Like, we out with that man. Like, why you ain't got him? Like, we got
wheel, like
we always a third wheel. Like, and then, why you ain't bringing me out? Like, what you got going on that you ain't bringing me out? What the homeboys know that I don't know. Like,
that's another one. Yeah.
You out with them and y'all kiki him, and then the other girl, they know about the other girl, was she there, or the little bartender y'all kiki with, you might be flirting with her or dealing with her. You can't bring me out. It's like, what's up? Like, once it gets to the point where you ain't bringing me out, we don't need to be together. Like, we can go ahead and end it right now.
Because what's really going on
like,
in a relationship?
I don't need to play behind the scenes with you in a relationship. That's insane.
That's crazy.
You don't never bring me out. And then when I ask you to go somewhere and do something, you be like, no. Like, no.
Either he down low, either, like you said, he probably got another little friend.
Yeah.
Or he probably just a leech friend that ain't never got no money.
That one.
And going with the homeboy saying, bro, you got me. Like, you know what situation. So,
it's I ain't got no ways money that it can go. But from my experience,
either way,
it didn't always been you dealing with somebody else. The friends know about it. I don't. So you gotta watch how you or you carrying me around these friends. Like, she ain't this or you really talking down on me. So it's like I can't bring you out now because I didn't talk shit about you, like, to my friends. So if I bring you out, I'm gonna look like a clown.
I would say red flag for me for sure. You say even red flag or deal breaker?
No, it's both red flag and deal breaker. Yeah.
It says your partner avoids all social media, and you're wondering if it's because they want to keep things private or if there's something fishy going on. No biggie. Because I'm not posting you on mine.
No biggie.
No biggie. I'm not going to make a big deal about something that, I mean, it's not like, I'm not pressed about.
Okay.
I'm not posting you on mine. I'm not doing that.
So, okay. So, not even after some years? Like, or like certain occasions?
I post you in the close friends. Because I don't really like sharing stuff with a lot of people. I'll post you in a close friend.
But would you feel a way if your partner didn't post you? Go ahead, put it in here.
We should have thrown him away. Would I feel away if he didn't post me? No, I would not. I wouldn't make a big deal because I'm not posting you.
Okay.
Like, what you pressing me for? Do I post you?
Okay.
That's the stuff a nigga would say.
I'm gonna say that's a red flag for me.
Oh, you like show me off, like,
Cause who you hiding me from? Just not in a sense of like all the time, but like if I do something for you, and I'm only saying this because you be quick to post them homeboys. So if I constantly see you posting nigga, this is my bro, my baby, you posting them homeboys all the time, then it's like, all right, like my birthday come around, you can't post like me, not even me, but like if you take me out somewhere, you can't post and be like, oh, happy birthday, babe, like or like you're hiding me. Like, why? I don't need to post you because people know I'm with you. How would they know? Don't nobody know with them corny homeboys, and they don't count because they know about the other girl too, so it really don't count.
I don't want to cheat on a boyfriend.
And from experience, I've been posted and had somebody say, oh, that's your girlfriend? Oh, I know her. Oh. So now it's after that one incident. The people that you didn't think that I knew that you was trying to talk to. Oh. They people I know.
Oh my God.
They people I know.
You know what I just thought of?
They people I know, so now you really gotta hide me. Yeah, now you really gotta hide me because you don't know who I know. Right. You don't know who I know. Very much red flag for me.
Well, let's get into these topics.
Today's topic surrounds around settling, sacrifice, and compromise in a relationship. So what would you describe like those three things as being? Like, how would you describe settling, sacrifice, and compromise like in a relationship?
Anything that I feel like I have to settle for, that would be a complete deal breaker for me.
Okay.
What am I sacrificing? Sacrifice.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I feel like when it comes to sacrifice, the first thing that comes to me is having somebody baby. That's a sacrifice.
Okay.
Because that could be deadly. And compromise, it depends on the person and what they doing for me. That's how I'm going to figure out what the compromise is going to be.
With those three, I feel like settling is more so like you're completely giving up like what, boundaries or standards you've set for yourself because of this, for the sake of keeping this relationship or keeping this person around, without receiving anything good from it. You're not, it's not a reciprocated thing. As far as like sacrifice, I'm not too opposed to sacrificing. Sacrificing to me in a relationship is like you're willing to give up something for the betterment of your relationship. If your partner is like, has come to you and said like, you always going out, you always in the club, I feel like we should take a step back from that. I feel like, or just recognizing myself like, dang, like I'm always in the club. Like I got a man, like I need to, relax a little bit. I'm giving that up. So I feel like sacrifice is more so like willingly giving up something that, you loved or was comforting for you or something like that for the sake of the relationship. Now, compromise is y'all both sitting down and willingly, together are deciding what to give up or what to like, sacrifice for each other for literally the betterment of the relationship.
When it comes to compromise, I feel like that's something that we should talk about on the first or the second date, because I need to know now.
Okay.
What's the type stuff that you gonna be like is a deal breaker for me before we get all the way down the line? And now I'm like, who doing that? Or you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not doing that. So before we waste each other time, we just need to put all of that on the table.
But I feel like some stuff is, as you progress in a relationship, you're still going to always have to have that compromise, it's always going to be something new to compromise. Like you can't put everything out on the table on the first date because you don't really know. Like everything doesn't always happen right then and there. It takes, some time for some stuff to happen or whatever the case may be. So I feel like compromising is going to be something that always occurs in a relationship. I don't feel like settling or sacrifice should always have to be something that comes up within a relationship, unless you just as a person feel like, you know, I want to sacrifice this for the betterment of my relationship. But I don't feel like that's something that should be a constant thing. Like, you shouldn't constantly be settling. You shouldn't constantly be sacrificing if you're the only one that's sacrificing. Like, it shouldn't always be like, oh, he's always sacrificing something. I'm always, because at the end of the day, like, you're gonna eventually resent your partner, like,
I agree
over
with
time.
that. I just feel like I'm really like scarred, I guess, from just compromising a little bit too much. To where as though it's almost like being a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scarred from stuff like that. So the stuff I just know I'm absolutely not doing, I make sure I put that on the table, because maybe I'm not for you and you're not for me. And that's fine with me. But like I said, no, I have been always just somebody who just overly compromised, trying to just make somebody else happy. I put me first these days. But I do agree with what you say. It's always going to be a compromise.
Yeah.
I mean, if your partner work a whole lot,
right,
you might be have to be the one who take your kids to school, take them to the extracurricular. You know what I'm saying? So it is always going to be compromised.
Yeah, it's always going to be compromised. I feel like nowadays, relationships are more about settling. Like, you find like a lot of settling and sacrifice than healthy relationships. And that's me speaking from like people who I've, you know, been around, or people I know personally, personal experiences. Like, it's easier to settle than it is to leave a relationship. Like, why do you feel like that's the case?
I feel like that probably happens when you really don't know what you want, because you're absolutely not going to go for something that you just don't want. People settle out of desperation. Like I said, they really don't know what they want. They just know they want a man, just somebody to be around. He not elevating you, but you just want somebody to touch and feel on you. I mean, or just some company, because you don't like being alone,
right?
For some reason,
comfort, lack of
self-esteem.
Yeah, lack of self-esteem,
for sure.
Literally, because I feel like settling with a man, knowing that it's not going nowhere, and you didn't give this man 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, like, and it's the same thing, repetitive. You're not saying nothing different. You're literally like putting yourself in this position to constantly hold on to a man who clearly does not want you. Like, in all aspects, he's shown it. He doesn't take you nowhere. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't show any type of affection towards you. And then it's like, more so like, if you living with this person, you're literally just holding on to something in hopes of it being something more, and it's nothing. And you're constantly presented with nothing.
Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, he probably cheating, but he benefiting off her in some way.
Yeah.
Whether it's she allowing him to stay in her house rent free,
right?
Whether she cook him a nice little soul food meal. Like, people be knowing what they signed up for. I feel like when you give so much, that's what causes people to crash out. Because it's like, now I feel like you owe me. Like, I done did all this shit for you. Like,
yeah, and I've got nothing.
And I ain't get nothing.
Nothing in return. And that then like, brings on the resentment. Because now I hate you. And I done put in all this time, and then it's more so like, I've put in this time knowing what it was to get me to this point of being able to hate you so that I can finally leave, which is kind of stupid. Because why? Like, it's free will. Just go ahead and leave. But you can't beat somebody over the head and make them do something, or make them be this person that you want. And I feel like with sacrificing, women do that. Like, you're trying to mold a man into being who you want him to be. So you're gonna constantly settle because in your mind you think you Superwoman. I can fix him. I can change this, or I don't want to feel like I put in all this work, and you go and do all this stuff that I didn't, instilled in you or changed in you. You go and show that to somebody else versus just staying with me and being who you supposed to be with me. Like, you supposed to be this good man. You supposed to be this loving man. Why not just be who you're supposed to be in the beginning versus putting me through all this stuff and then realizing like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be, so I'm gonna give it to somebody else. I don't wasted time settling for you, hoping that you're gonna change and nothing changes.
I'm trying to find this clip of this girl. I sent this to you the other day too.
Like him enough to get pregnant by him, but you don't like him enough to be in a relationship with him?
Like, I'm working on it.
Let me repeat this for you. You like him enough to get pregnant by him, but you don't like him enough to be in a relationship with him.
Like, so, like, if I was to get pregnant, like, I wouldn't have a problem because it's him. Like,
Maybe. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Listen to me. I'm going to repeat this one more time. You like him enough to create a life with him. An 18-year to 21, 25-year-old, 25-year bond. But you don't like him enough for him to be your man.
I think it's because I'm like, I have like that mindset, like, if I was to get pregnant, I had a child, like, and he decides he doesn't want to be involved, like, I'm okay. Like, I'll be okay.
Ma'am, listen to me one more time. I'm gonna just do this one more time.
But that's settling. That's why I played that.
Yeah, very much settling. But in a sense of you've really lost yourself, because in my mind, I'm thinking you don't know who you are anymore. You don't have no boundaries. Is nothing in life that you desire within a relationship.
She know what she is.
Literally just having a baby with a man to say, one, that you've done it. Two, I guess to have this hold on him.
Try to force him to be with you.
Yeah, so that this man is always in your life, whether y'all together or not. She basically just said she didn't want to be in a relationship with him. You just wanted a kid with him. So you just want something to solidify that you've been with this man? Like, I'm not understanding it.
That's just dumb. That's beyond settling. That's dumb as hell.
It's desperation.
That's desperation.
Cause why?
Because if you don't even know him enough to be in a relationship, you ain't even been around his family.
You can't even break it down.
Got mental health. You do not know this man.
You can't even break down why you want to have a baby with this man. Oh, I think he would be a good dad, or he shows these qualities. You don't even know. It's just the simple fact of like knowing. I now want to know if he has kids, because that's another thing too. Like, if this man don't have no kids, you feel like, oh, I gotta be the one to give him his first kid. Like, I gotta stamp this. Like, that's very much mental illness.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's mental illness.
And they keeping a baby. And to speak of that, somebody else I thought of is little baby mother. What's her name? Aisha. Her last name Curry.
No, that's Steph.
I'm bringing up the wrong Ish.
That's Steph Curry wife. Yeah, but I know who you talking about. Aisha.
I feel like that's settling too.
And Anthony Edwards.
Because why do women play themselves and act like they don't want the 2-parent household? They don't want the other parents' involvement. And then she a older lady, not really old. She just in her 40s. But I'm saying the guy who she having the baby by, he like 23.
Yeah, 20.
She like 45. So my thing is, this man telling you he don't want the baby. And I understand, because some women be like, oh, this my body. You can't tell me what to do. I just really want a baby. Then go get go to the, what you call it? When they go to the little, the shop and they pick out a donor.
I know what you're talking about. It's
do
not
that
really like
then.
I feel like in that instance, it's pure stupidity, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. You just dumb, because if a man is telling you that he does not want the baby, and you say, "Oh, I'm having a baby for me." First of all,
baby, you like it or not, this my
First of all, if you decide that you're going to keep this baby for you, it should be no instance ever where you calling that man, can you do this? Can you send this? Never. You should never pick up your phone to call that man for anything. And even with that, don't put him on child support. Why? Why you doing that? You had the baby for you, right? You could take care of it. Why are you putting that man on child support?
Yeah. She know what she was doing though.
You had that baby out of
doing,
desperation, and you had that baby.
And to target the young dude,
that she was
that's
born.
crazy to me because everybody know that, and she should know. I'm a baby father of a young dude. Everybody know. I mean, well, maybe they don't, but guys take a long time to mature. So you 40-something years old, a grown woman supposedly, and you sitting up here getting pregnant by a dude that's 20. He like 23, right?
Yeah.
22,
like
23. He's real young. He telling you he don't want to keep the baby. You know what you doing.
At the end of the day, I'm going to always side with the man. Even if you my friend, because you stupid.
He told
you from the beginning. He did not want the baby. He didn't want the baby.
And now you were struggling.
He wasn't going to do nothing for the baby. So if you're having the baby for you, no, that man. If that man say he don't want to see that baby, you shouldn't get mad about nothing. Nothing at all. You should act like you don't know him, because he don't know you at this point. Like, that's basically what it is. And he don't want nothing to do with that baby. You stupid. You're stupid. That's stupid. It's stupidity.
I don't care what nobody say.
And desperation. And it's like you trying to. What you had? What did you have the baby for? To say you had a baby bomb? Because don't let it be a nigga that already got kids. Now you're even more stupid.
And then he got hella kids and hella baby mothers. Come on now.
5.
I don't know. That's another deal breaker for me. So when a guy tell me that he have kids, I straight up ask him, how many kids you have? Oh, okay. How many baby mothers? I asked him right there. Because I'm judging you, depending on how many baby mothers you got. How many kids, how many baby mothers.
Right. So I need to know how much discipline you have. Because if you got a whole bunch of baby mothers, you clearly don't have discipline.
Exactly.
You're not disciplined enough to know, I'm not going.
And then the ages of the kids matter too when it comes to how many baby mothers. Because you just out here moving and shaking. Like, I'm not going to be the next victim.
3.
Get somebody
4,
else to do it.
7.
Oh, no.
9. You ain't take no breaks. Like, why do you feel like you need to procreate, reproduce, whatever, with all these different women? Every woman that you're with, you feel like you need to procreate with.
You're just reckless.
Very much reckless. And then in that sense, you got don't let it be a instance to where you got a woman and now it's like you done had a baby, you done had a baby on her, or y'all was together, you got her pregnant, and she ain't know about the other girls, and there was 3 other girls pregnant too, all at the same time.
I don't know why these niggas want to go rob and everything. No, that's nasty.
No discipline.
Like,
no discipline. And to stay around for that, knowing what it is, very much sad. I feel like, it's so much.
You saying a woman to stay around all year?
Yes, yes. It's more settling, in my opinion. When you look at a lot of these relationships, it's a lot more settling going on than it is compromise or just we together or we done been in this for some years. I know, eventually I'm willing to put in the work to make it better. And you're seeing some change versus being with somebody and not seeing the change at all. It's like
some women just think they can't find better, so that's where the settling come in.
That too. I done been with him all this time. He all I know.
Or nothing like that, but at least he paid the bills or whatever. I don't never see him though.
Yeah.
He don't date me. Nothing. Mm-hmm. He literally hangs out with his friends and go to dinner parties. Never invite me.
It's like, but at that point, it's like it's beneficial for you. So.
Shit, so go do you too.
Right, like, are you staying for the benefits?
You can find somebody else and leave them,
or is it like,
boom,
I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna still stay with him? Funny, I seen a clip where this girl was saying that she was like, I'm a cheater. In my relationships, I cheat. So if I feel like you not doing or you're lacking in something that I require, I'm gonna cheat on you. But I'm gonna stay with you because I'm benefiting from it. I'm getting my bills paid. You still paying the bills, but at the end of the day, you ain't doing this.
I mean,
I'm gonna stay with you. Like,
I feel like you don't owe a cheat or nothing.
If
you want to cheat, that's fine. Do you, baby? I'm looking for the next best opportunity.
Yeah, that's it. But to say,
still got it.
But again, to settle on being with somebody and still cheating, like, it's too much.
Yeah,
like,
it's too much. But it's gonna be a whole lot too if you just leave.
No, you don't like him. that too. That's gonna be a whole lot.
Shit, he ain't paying. Mine good. So you ain't gonna pay me no mind when I move up out of here and take all this furniture.
Yeah, I feel like I'm never putting myself in a situation where I have to depend on somebody and basically, you know, settle because I'm benefiting. I'm gonna put up with all your shit, and I gotta stay with you and all this, and keep acting like nothing is the problem, or keep acting blind to certain shit. Why? Because you pay my bills, like, or why? Because you buy me a gift here and there. Like, I'm never doing that. I'm never.
Yeah, I mean,
gonna settle just for a little bit of money, because you gonna this is somebody out here that's gonna pay the bills and treat you good. Like,
yeah, I did say I know I want to settle, because I feel like at some point in my life I settled too, but that's why I'm so strict with stuff that I want. And honestly, I was young. Yeah. And you know when you meet your first guy who really like, he really doing the most for you. The most somebody ever did. I mean, he the first guy who really ever offered to pay a bill. He the first guy who like took you shopping or some shit like that. So in my young mind, I feel like I settled in like my early 20s thinking like, well, I ain't meet nobody like this before.
Right.
Not knowing, fucking immature. Like, it's so many guys
who would
out there who will.
Right.
So I just feel like you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta have confidence, and know what you want,
and be 100% sure in your boundaries. Like, whatever your boundaries are, never slack or settle with those, because it's like once you settle with one thing or excuse one boundary and let somebody get away with something, it's gonna come a time where they're gonna try their hand again, and then before you know it, it's like you so stuck on this person and you done forgot everything. You didn't say, you done let your guard down, and all the boundaries or this, that, and the third that you wasn't going for, you going for it now. That's like
all it take is one time.
All it take is one time. And your boundaries are completely shunned, and there ain't no way you can reset those boundaries with that person. It ain't no way. Ain't no going. You can't go backwards and try to fix it.
It ain't no restart.
It's no restart. It's no restart button.
It's not.
Once they take them out, it's gonna keep going.
So with that being said, what are your deal breakers
in a relationship?
Or generally? Because we kind of find out some deal breakers before we enter into a relationship.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like if you're not compassionate, like you're not sweet, you're not genuine, like straight off the bat, if I'm not seeing genuine, that's if you're like, too hard and too masculine with me, that's a deal breaker for me, because
like you treat me like a homeboy.
I'm like a soft person. I'm a soft girl. Like I don't come off as like being that extra independent type of female. No, I come princess vibes, because I want you to know, like, when I'm with you, I don't want to have to think about nothing. I want to be in la la land when I'm with you all the time. So if you hard up and not genuine, you're not soft, you're not kind, like, I can't. It's nothing I can do with you. Another deal breaker for me would be us not doing nothing. Like,
you're not dating.
Not dating. Like, I can't. Like, and I've done it before, so it's like I'm in it's not. I can't settle for that no more. Like, I don't want to. You're not about to hide me, and I feel like that's what it is. Like, it's honestly what it is. Like, you're hiding me. I don't want to be hidden.
Especially when you're not nothing that should be hidden. It's like, I'm a bad bitch. Like,
and you know what
and
you,
then you stay
signed
outside.
up for, and you stay
outside. Something wrong with that picture.
Control. You trying to control me. Yeah. That's another deal breaker. I don't even on the first. Oh, I don't like that I don't ever want to hear that. Don't tell me what you don't like. Like, because I don't care. Especially if it's not something drastic. Like, if you seen how I was coming and that was attractive to you, you ain't finna tell me you don't like it now that we together. Like, especially when you like it on the next bitch. Like, we not doing that. X that out. That's a deal breaker for me. Control. I don't like that. And somebody who can't, like, you're not man enough to own like certain things or take responsibility just willingly to be like, I'm a carry this load for you, like, or I need help. I see you need help with this. Like, I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna take control of that. You don't gotta worry about it. Like, somebody that's not proactive, like, I don't. That's a deal breaker too. Like, not being proactive. It's a lot more about.
Those are the ones that come to the top of
you. Yeah.
You guys that can't come at the top of my head. I'm talking about like the top one. I always be pointing this out with men, saying something ain't right. He must be
homosexual.
He must be down low. Another is somebody that's cheap. Like you don't like to spend no money everywhere. Like I'm not changing what I'm used to. I'm talking about how I treat my own self.
Right. Yeah.
We like to go out to nice places. Yeah. You go out to nice places.
Yes.
So you think when I get in a relationship, I don't want you to take me to nice places? It's a deal breaker. I don't want to hear, oh no, this is an expensive restaurant, or deal breaker. Don't even worry about it. Wink.
Just simply speaking on the price of things in general. Like when you saw the material, you knew what I was coming with. Like I don't give sports bar. I don't give like cheap. Just throw me anything.
Somebody
like,
was trying to change me. Control. Somebody was trying to control. Like that's a form of control.
You want me to fit into your budget. You shouldn't have came if you knew you couldn't afford me.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
A bum. Somebody who is a deadbeat father. Deal breaker. Nah, we ain't doing that. That just don't sit right with me. Somebody that's just not motivated about life.
Yeah.
Like you said, like just
definitely not motivated.
Because I feel like your girl should want to motivate you anyway. Especially if you know what type of woman she is. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you feel like with compromise, there has to be a level of honesty and being able to like openly confess, you know, certain things like in which we're going to compromise on? Because I feel like as we talking about deal breakers, if he gives the impression that he's a cheater, he has cheated in the past, and he lives this lifestyle of a cheater, but he's willing to change for you, making, I guess, in his case would be kind of a compromise. Do you feel like in that sense, like how do you feel like you compromise then? Or even if that is like, would you consider that a compromise?
Okay.
Like,
so you saying basically if somebody say I date other people, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
I have been in a situation like that before. We wasn't in a relationship, but we was dating, and he openly told me that he was equally into somebody else. And that didn't bother me because he was doing everything that, I mean, it's like, I don't even realize that somebody else in the picture. Because you're doing everything for me. You don't ever tell me no. I mean, you supporting me in everything I do. You're investing in me to get me to a point where, because like I said, you know, you have conversations. I say, I want to do this, I want to do that. You're investing in me and pouring into me, trying to help me be the best version of myself.
So with that being said, do you feel like because you willingly accepted it, do you feel like that was compromise, or do you feel like you still settled? Like that's still you settling? Like even with, no matter the scenario you picture, it's like you still settling. Do you feel like that was compromise?
I don't feel like it was settling because I feel like walking away from the situation, it was going to be a win for me anyway. You did so much for me. It's like I'm walking away. I'm not even mad. There's not too many men could do stuff like that.
That's true. In that sense, like that could be settling too.
No, but
and it's like
this man told me that he's into polygamy. He wants to have 2 wives. Like that was his thing. He told me that. I wouldn't say I really took it serious, but like I said, either way, walking away from the situation, it was a win-win for me. But at the same time, I did kind of consider it because it was a good little situation, and I said, oh, maybe it wouldn't be bad to have like a sister wife. Somebody to help me with
all right. But see, and that and that's
cause I don't know, like I'm the type of person though, I love space, so something like that really wouldn't like irritate me because it's like, okay, be her, I'm doing me, I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
But it's still okay. So you feel like you still didn't settle for like the benefits? To me, if it was me, I feel like I would feel like I'm still, I done accepted this, but I settled because I'm getting this out of it. Like, even though I don't care, because like even I've been in that situation. Like I've accepted this person dating other people, being with other people, but then it came to a point where it was like, well, damn, like I'm really actually settling because I don't got to deal with this. Like just because you're benefiting, you getting some money or like somebody is paying a bill or they doing something for you, you're settling because of the benefits that you're getting, but you're compromising, I guess, in the sense of not wanting the same, like, you're compromising in the sense of like, I'm okay with it too, so I really don't care what you do. Like, is still kind of low key settling.
Mm.
Like, because you accepting this, well, kind of like lowballing yourself, really, just because of the benefits that you're getting. Well, you can also get those benefits from somebody else.
Lowballing yourself when you could be one man who really
yeah. And you don't gotta deal with the stuff of like a other person, or even like having to be like, I don't care what he do. Like, I don't care what he do because I'm doing me, but I'm also getting this.
I really do have that attitude towards men because I feel like you're gonna do what you want anyway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah,
we'll both be doing
of
what
course.
we want.
Of
so
course.
I'm not stressing or living my life, just making you my whole entire world.
Maybe it just depends on like boundaries and stuff. That.
Yeah, you gotta just know what you want.
You really have to just know what it is that you want, and if it aligns with like your boundaries and the standards that you set for yourself, then
But you know what? With that situation,
it's good.
It wasn't no complaints for me.
Yeah,
But from being in that situation, I did conclude that I do want to be with one man. That's what I do want.
Okay.
Because being in that type of situation, it comes to comparisons. Mm-hmm. About what she doing. Mm-hmm. I don't got nothing to do with it. Yeah. She cooking for you, you doing all this stuff. Right. Okay, you gotta cook. I'm not doing all that.
But I think, and then it's like, in that sense too, some women aren't as strong in knowing themselves or as confident in themselves. So then it gets to the point where it's like, now you like, well, what is she doing that I'm not doing? I'm never asking myself that question. But women ask themselves like, well, what is she doing that I'm not doing? Now it becomes a conflict because you're worried about this next person. You putting this pressure on this man of like trying to figure out what's going on with the other person or what they doing.
No, I wasn't asking no questions. He was bringing her up to me.
Yeah, it's a lot that can go on in that instance. But all in all, you just gotta know what you're okay with or what you're willing to put up with.
I think that's pretty much it for this episode. We would love more engagement.
We're gonna plan like some lives soon, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're following the podcast page at The Privileged Truth on Instagram.
And also YouTube.
And follow the YouTube, The Privileged Truth Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe. Here's to
never settling.
Definitely to never settling. And not taking a whole lot of compromises. I mean, not a lot of sacrifices either. Cheers to knowing and setting boundaries and what we want and what we're not going for.
Cheers.
See you guys on the next episode.
See you guys later.